Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm one Jin.
Today we are going to talk about three things. First, we're going to start with Reacher Season 2, Episode 1 through 4. This is the halfway point for the whole season. Major spoilers. And then after this cast, we're going to have a short break. And then we're going to talk about Aquaman 2. Aquaman and the Lost...
on the Lost Kingdom, was it?
Yeah.
I think? Yeah,
it's in theaters. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Fargo Season 5, Episode 6. So full spoilers ahead. You have been warned. Here we go. You know what, Jin? You want to go first, or?
Okay. You know, I'm a huge fan of Reacher.
Yeah.
I like this like lone warrior kind of thing. We used to have the show called like Renegade in the 90s.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. And what I loved about the first season was that Reacher stumbled upon a town where there's like a problem, and then he somehow like he gets dragged into it, but you know it eventually turns out that he was there on purpose. But anyways, it's fun watching how capable he is. You know, in both his brain power and his his physical prowess and everything.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know what that is? It's basically Sherlock Holmes of the 20th century.
Oh yeah, it's like Sherlock Holmes
but a military
plus Rambo. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, remember in the 80s and 90s, all the novels like Jackal something and all that is basically like it's like we're combining a lot of the Sherlock Holmes thing with the spy thing, and then we add in the military thing because that was a big deal. And Jack Reacher basically has all that pulp element. You know, that's what I think you loved about it a lot. And I think the first season especially...
Yeah. And the first season was especially great because it starts out like slow, and then it picks up speed. And towards the end, we see like Jack Reacher unleashing all his powers. And
basically,
I kind of like that because you know, like the bad guys depicted in the show, really deserve that stuff.
POS.
Yeah, like they're complete pieces of shit. So basically, he eventually like kills some of them, but I'm not like repulsed by it. I actually cheer for Jack Reacher. It's like, fuck yeah, hell yeah, I'll get them all. But the problem with the second season is that this happens all too fast.
Yeah.
And another thing is, for some reason, Jack Reacher and his buddies, they all seem completely okay after.
You know what it is? It's basically like Scooby-Doo and the gang, except they just killed a bunch of people, but they're very happy about that shit. And then even the hilarious thing is the cop, the Russo. He's a great actor, by the way.
He always plays like in mob movies. We've seen him in The Sopranos
and The Wire too.
And then The Wire.
I'm not sure about Sopranos, but
oh no, it's not The Sopranos.
The Wire.
The Wire. Okay, he's from The Wire.
He's Herc. Yeah,
and he was also in that show, just like Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
What's his name? With Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
Tulsa King. That's right. Tulsa King.
Yeah, he's typecast here again as the standard Italian American.
And again with the Brooklyn accent.
I'm so sorry, Italian Americans. I know you're not all like that, but he's typecast that way here. And I was just like laughing out loud when he didn't arrest Reacher immediately
when he confessed to murder.
I know, listen, these are mass murderers here. These are like criminal conduct to the fullest. I was just like, the only reason why you guys are not terrorists is because I guess today you're white and you're African American. That means it's okay, but it was very illegal what you guys did.
Yeah,
and I just find it so funny how they're so okay with it.
And in the first season, like I mentioned earlier, it was kind of okay watching watching Reacher kill people because it was kind of like the movie The one with Patrick Swayze. Roadhouse. That's right. Roadhouse.
Yeah,
They build up the bad guys so that we kind of feel happy when they're gone.
Look, you know what it is, in the first season, at least they try to pretend to put a logic to it, like realistic, because Reacher is doing detective work, and there's a lot of charm in him, trying to like not use his full power like Superman. Oh, shout out to ZZ. What's up?
What's up, ZZ?
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, in case you're enjoying the holidays, but shout out to Scott Walker, shout out to ZZ, shout out to Lee Chan Hong, our most loyal subscribers that we will not forget. You'll be in our tombstones. But anyway, like the first season for Reacher was I liked how they at least pretended that there's a format and there was like a climax. So you know what my worry is? Like when Reacher's like this is episode 4. When Reacher called Terminator 1000 and said, I'm really going to throw you off the helicopter, I'm pretty sure that's going to really happen now.
I was saying that exact same thing. I was like, this is going to happen. This is how it's going to end for him.
And you know what it is? Like, I think Dexter started this trend where we're just so okay with, like, sociopathic, psychopathic behavior. And listen, like, I don't want to use that word too much because I think it's a little bit overused now. But, like, I just, like, found them like not really anti-heroes but like pure villainy level violence, like
and I mean to cut them some slack, I can be okay with the mass murdering, but one thing I still not let go is them disposing the body in that concrete.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
No, but like in the show's defense though, Wanjin, like listen, I'm not saying I'm not having a good time though, but it's just like some moments I just feel like, like
we're like watching, we're like,
Remember when we reviewed the season 1, like near the last episode, we are already seeing Rambo now. You know, basically this is not supposed to make any sense, you know, but it was a good time. There was this build up, and here I think one of the problems is I like Reacher's team, but I wish there was like 1 or 2 less characters. Because I like that dude played very well by this very handsome man. Like I like the contrast to Reacher.
Oh, the guy who became a father.
Yeah, he has brass knuckles.
Wait a minute, what was his name in the series? Hold on.
Yeah, because I thought he was a very charming addition because it's great to see Reacher basically team up with somebody who's very unlike him. You know, like wisecracking. Also physically much smaller, but very competent. So I like that charm, but I think the team being the size is a little like distracting.
Okay, David O'Donnell.
Okay,
O'Donnell. That's his name, O'Donnell.
Because I just think the season is trying to do a lot with a very short time. And you know, and I understand from like editing and pacing perspective, they have to go fast and fast. But I just don't have enough time to bond with these characters properly, and that's one big problem, I think.
Yeah, but you know, I'm still happy that he's getting like screen time to like develop his character more, and I also like the fact that he's compared to other characters like Dixon or Neely. We already saw her from season 1,
right?
But compared to other characters, I love the fact that he's getting more attention, which kind of worries me because like the moment he started mentioning his kids in episode 4, I kind of felt that he was gonna die.
See, now that you bring up a good point, I wanted to say that too. Like the problem with the characters being like mass murderers is I also feel like the side characters are going to be disposable. You know, and I want to be very moved. So I wish like Reacher and basically his baby sister role, Neely, is it? Like I wish that was like the highlight so that later when she's in danger, we get to see the big brother Reacher side. Zezzy, probably they are targeting a specific type of public. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Zezzy. Like, I'm not complaining, by the way. This is the show where me and Wonjin just pop open a beer and
we don't have to like think too much.
Yeah,
we don't have to take the show too seriously.
No, but like here's the problem though. Except like in Lord of the Rings, when those poor orcs were getting slaughtered, we didn't feel sorry for them. But here, like, I honestly felt bad for the biker gang.
Yeah.
And I found it funny because I thought they added a lady just for like PC culture too. The lady collecting the weapon. I'm like, this is a biker gang, and I'm sure they're lady members, but I just like felt like they cast the wrong person.
Yeah, and I kind of felt sorry because I mean the leader was an asshole, but the other guys they just follow him.
No, another thing is, when Reacher and the gang perform horrific violence on the biker gangs, I just felt like they didn't even have a chance.
That's right.
Like and like the biker gangs, like, why did you just M16 from a distance? Why are you collecting weapons and shit?
And if they were gonna have like that close quarter combat with soldiers, then maybe they should have thought this through.
Oh yeah, Zezzy, and probably especially young adults and teen boys. Yeah, probably. I mean, this is yeah, I agree, but I don't know. Like, but the first season though, I was so glad in episode 4 where the
detective guy, Finley,
Finley came back. Like, that was such a charming moment. Because I really liked Finley in the first season.
Yeah,
because he was such a contrast to Reacher as well, just like here. But
with O'Donnell.
Yeah, there's just like too many Scooby-Doo elements here. Just like I mean, like, I guess you're right, Zezzy. This is because the first season, like, I agree with you, Zezzy, but the first season was you know, it's one of those Mission Impossible type movie, like, that's a TV show. You know, because Mission Impossible, even the first 1 and 2 and 3, like, it's not like, all you need to do is suspend our disbelief, because it doesn't make any sense, of course. But here, there were just a lot of, like, even the first episode when they threw the guy out of the helicopter, I was like, is that the best way to terminate an employee? Like, why didn't you just murder him and
get rid of him?
Yeah.
I mean, did they want the body to be found?
Oh yeah, Zezzy. The first season was nice, chill, mysterious with murder scenes here and there. Oh yeah, that's another good part, Zezzy. Like, I did feel like the first season had more detective element that Wonjin mentioned, though.
Yeah.
Like here, like, I know they're playing detective, but I get this like game vibe.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle. It's like, oh, I solved this.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go beat some bitches.
Yeah. And every nice person the gang meet, I knew they were betraying them each other. But when the new age woman director gave them the thing, I already knew it was a trap. Like, what did you guys do? Is shoot her? Like, she like kidnap her immediately for information, because there's that element. Yeah.
But the second season is Commando.
Yeah, that's another great description.
And you know, like the perfect amount of violence the bikers should have gotten was like the violence bikers get in that movie called The Bronx Tale.
Oh yeah,
where they like crash a gangster bar.
Yeah.
And they give them a beating of a lifetime.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because another thing about season 2 is I am noticing the cliches more though. I mean, season 1 is a total cliche, except maybe the Reacher character, because he's a little bit of upgrade, like a different from the previous protagonist we saw, because he's this hyper masculine character who's also incredibly intelligent. And I also didn't appreciate how, like, his sidekick kept saying, "You're a sociopath." Like, you gotta remember, we're so used to these kind of shows now. You know, sociopath or psychopath becoming like protagonists, a trend that I think Dexter really kicked off. So I'm just noticing those cliches a lot. But that being said, I never felt the show was boring.
Yeah, the show is still extremely entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the show tremendously. And I also look forward to what's gonna happen. And what I like about shows like this is that it's predictable, and yet it's still entertaining. I just can't wait until, you know, Robert Patrick has that like terror in his face when he gets himself thrown off the helicopter.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I just love T-1000 playing villains. Like, he's such a I'm so sorry to say this, but I think he has a very bad guy face. Like, it could be the T-1000 image that we have.
We also saw him in Peacemaker.
Yeah, he's so good at playing. Like, when he was on the like screen, I could tell, like, this is like a payday job for him. Like, he can turn that face around anytime. What the fuck you say? You know? And and I can't praise the Reacher actor enough though. Like, he was in Hunger Games, right?
I think so.
Like the not the latest one, but the first trilogy.
And he was also in like old shows like Smallville and stuff.
Yeah, like I can't praise him enough, because like, he's like he's what we call a jock, right? But like he's very convincing in his lines about being like smart. You know, I think the second season has a weaker script than the first one.
Yeah.
Because in the first season, I definitely felt like this was a very intelligent and dangerous man. Remember that scene with the asshole son? And so, I wish there were more moments like them, because I think, as much as like he's the lead here and he's really leading the show, but I do wish they gave him like a better dialogues. You know, and that's like I'm not knocking the actor. He's doing a fantastic job. Like, every time he punches somebody, like, because of his physicality, you know he's doing damage to them. You know?
And when he says lines like corny ones like you're gonna die today, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it doesn't like. He's really good. Like, it's like Gladiator, basically. Like, Russell Crowe makes those lines like convincing, and here, like, the actor is doing a fantastic. Hey, how about we pop up his name, like. So
Alan Ritchson.
Yeah.
Alan Ritchson.
Like, Mr. Ritchson is doing a fantastic job as a lead, and I also get a lot of what's that show you like, Wanjin, about Henry Cavill and the Facebook twin guy, the spy movie that was really good.
Oh, The Men from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah, that movie. I'm unintentionally getting that vibe here.
That movie was very good.
Yeah, he's made to represent the ideal man type for most men. I think that's how most men would like to look and be like. Yeah, I guess. Because today, you know, everyone wants to be buff and smart at the same time. But the Reacher series, it's originally a novel. I read some very long time ago, and he is that character in the novels too. Like, remember the movie with
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, one of the criticism during that movie was that
it was nothing like the Jack Reacher in the novels.
But this one, like, he is represented that way, and like, and the first season, at least for me, was a callback to the 90s, and I really enjoyed it. And I guess season 2, like, I mean, you can't complain about nutrition when you're going into McDonald's, right?
You know what you're getting.
Yeah, I mean, don't do that. Minimum investment in self-care, tall with muscle and smart. Yeah, that's it. I agree. So this is like 8 episodes, so we're at the halfway point. So to our subscribers, if you like that genre, watch it. I mean, some great acting from known character actors. I'm having a great time. It's just like the question for us, you and me, I think, is it good as season 1? I don't think so. Like, even at the halfway point, I can say I thoroughly enjoy season 1. Like, there was not a not exciting moment.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing to mention is that the difference between season 1 and this one is that in season 1 there were moments when I was truly concerned for Jack Reacher's safety.
I agree.
You know, especially when he went to prison and everything. I was thinking, oh my God, he's gonna get shanked and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But in this season, I get this sense of like invulnerability. There's no way that he's ever gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
I was really surprised when he got sliced by that knife.
Yeah.
And the guy ended up dead.
Yeah. Like, you know, we're reaching like Game of Thrones mountain level of like, because I wholeheartedly think he's gonna crush some skulls with his hands now.
The only way to stop him is to demolish a building over him or something.
No, if you're gonna go there, like, I'm pretty sure like, even if he gets hit by M16 like 8 bullets in a row, he's not gonna die. Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna pull back his organs inside, and
he's
then
gonna be like, "Oh, it didn't pierce me deep enough. It's okay."
Flesh wound and then self stitch, and like I can see your. But anyway, like, hey, let's give a score though. I'm still gonna give this like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I would also give it a 7.
Yeah, I almost went 6, but like, I do give credit to the writers for trying to like bring the Scooby-Doo element, which is like not perfect, but hey, I like the cast. I just wish maybe the love interest was like, she's like the least interesting for me.
Dixon.
Yeah. The love affair is I don't think it's necessary, because there's just too many relationships that
and I think the writers kind of knew. I think it's one of the reasons why they didn't like build it up over time. It just happened quickly. It's like boom.
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean,
And since we know the cliches, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be the damsel in distress later.
Or not, because you know, I think nowadays I do think they're gonna, because now that we're talking about Fargo, we're gonna talk about later, but they might surprise us. Because one thing I would say before we end this cast is like the fast pacing. I think they might do a twist like near the 4 episode, and I think that brass knuckle guy might be a traitor.
Oh, I was also getting that vibe.
Yeah.
You
know, because in the 90s, remember how like each show always had that you know, Scooby-Doo. I can mention Scooby-Doo again because Professor, like, who is like the evil? So like, except with a lot of more steroids and a lot more.
And one of the reasons why I also suspected that is that he keeps mentioning the cost of raising kids.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm thinking he needs the money, and the show is kind of directing us towards like Swan, like he might be the traitor and blah 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 blah.
Yeah. I would love a twist where Reacher gets to be the damsel. Hey, Zezzy, that's also a good point because I did think like Dixon might, because
save his ass.
Yeah, because she was very competent doing the biker gang thing, where one of the problems with this show you mentioned is it's just not just Reacher though. I felt like they were invincible too. So when those poor bikers try to knife her, I'm like, why'd you pull up a knife, man? Like now she's gonna reverse, like use it and like do some tendon damage, or and then the show went, oh, just kill. I was like, when he got stabbed and then like his spine cords were like shut out of his body. I was like, oh, yep, dead. I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe you have a kid on, like but it was hilarious, unintentionally hilarious. It was unintentionally hilarious. But anyway, that's our score, guys.
And strongly recommended if you like this kind of genre. Yeah,
I mean, me and Wonjin, we like Reacher a lot. So, I mean, if you like to shut off your brain and watch some action-packed, and I think Zezzy mentioned it, like, if you're a man and you're a boy, if you like kaiju, you like Gundam, you like military action, you're going to love this stuff. Anyway, guys, we're going to back in and be around 3 minutes. Thank you for joining in.
Aquaman 2, The Lost Kingdom.
All right, guys, this has been JoeJin Movie So Awesome. I was Joe.
I was Wonjin.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Or next week. Bloop, bloop. Or in an ear. Or forever. It's a raptor, Wonjin. It's a raptor. I couldn't believe my eyes. Hide in the kitchen. I was just hiking in the kitchen.